Hi everyone, welcome to the Chauvin's Nest. Today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful magnolia garland that only cost me $10. I'm using dollar store supplies and some hot glue and a little bit of time. Hope you enjoy! I'm going to use these leaves and these magnolia blooms, and I might need a couple of other ones from my stems, but I'm going to use this wired jute cord from Dollar Tree. It's 10 feet, and I'm going to fold it in half and use it as a garland. So I'll get a 5-foot garland out of this. I don't expect it's going to be very full, but I'll be able to fill it up with some buds and some of the leaves, and I'll see how it goes. I've unrolled the jute twine, and what I'm doing with it is folding it in half, and then I'm simply going to twist it together so I get more thickness, and then I'll have the ability to use my hot glue gun to actually adhere the leaves and the stem to it. So that's just what I'm going to do for the rest of this length as well. One thing to note when you're using this twine, you have to be careful which way you're twisting it, because if you twist it a certain way, the actual jute will untwist from the wire itself, and then you'll be stuck with an unraveled piece of jute string. So here's my length of jute twine. That's all twisted and ready to get started with the leaves and the flowers. I'm going to start gluing the leaves onto the garland first, and I figured out that I'm probably going to place them about 3 to 4 inches apart, just to give enough space to have a bloom or some buds in between. These are fabric flowers, so just be really careful with the hot glue because the heat does come through, and I did burn myself a couple of times, so I'm probably going to use my screwdriver just to hold it down and not burn my hands. I'm going to continue working with the leaves all the way through to the end of the garland, and then I'll start working on the flowers. For the last bit at the end here, I didn't have enough of the large leaves, so I just decided to put 2 of the smaller ones, and I actually changed the direction of the leaves at the end. That way when the end is hanging down, it doesn't look upside down. I picked up these magnolia blooms at Dollarama here in Canada. It's a dollar store that's $1.25 plus. So these stems were $3.50 each, but you got 2 nice big blooms, a smaller bloom, and then quite a few of the little seed pods and a couple of buds. Some of these blooms are a little floppy, and of course because they're a dollar store, they're not exactly perfect. So I'm going to use a little bit of hot glue, and I'm just going to bring them a little bit closer together because that makes it look a little bit more realistic. So I'm basically just putting some hot glue at the bottom of the flowers close to the bud part, and just pinching them together to make the petals stick together a little bit better. So here's the garland with 4 blooms on it so far, and I'm just going to continue working all the way around until I get to the end. I did end up adding some of these little buds just to kind of hide the end of where I'm gluing the flower on. I've got some of these little blooms, actually these little buds, I guess they're called, and I'm going to add them onto different areas of the garland too. So here's the final look of the garland. I think it turned out pretty good. I don't mind the jute showing, and I think it's gonna look really pretty draped across a mantle, or maybe just over a hutch and
this is where I put the garland. I restyled this shelf in my living room, added a few other items, and I think the garland just gives it that special touch and a really pretty farmhouse look. I hope this garland tutorial gives you some inspiration to create some inexpensive florals for your home. If you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and click the bell to get notified when I upload new videos. Thanks for watching, and thanks for your support.